Welcome, Facebook friends. It's indeed a privilege to be here today with you. And I want to welcome all my friends from around the world, from the United States, the Caribbean, from Europe, just about everywhere. Can you believe that today is the last day of the year, 2017? What have you accomplished? Well, my goal for you is for you to be fabulous, healthy, and thrive in this new year. You know, at the beginning of the year, we all make resolution, New Year's resolutions. And what's your resolution for the new year? You know, the reality is that despite all these New Year resolutions, only 66% of people will keep their resolution. 66% are relevant to weight and health. 75% of people will keep their resolution for the first week. And by 6 months, many people will have forgotten about their resolution. So what's your New Year's resolution? I want you to write it down. I will be fabulous, I will be healthy, and I will thrive in this new year. Now, we need to remember that everything is impossible until it's done. You know, Da Vinci, he said that everything is possible in the world. Everything is possible. We see the impossibility, but things are possible. And as you start your new year, I'd like you to think about your goals and think that it is possible. You need to dream big. Big dreams have the power to move men's soul, according to Marcus Aurelius. So if your dreams are too small, you probably will not achieve your goals. So how do you make your healthcare goals? How do goals affect your health? This is very, very important. How do goals affect your health? You know, I'm starting off the program with setting goals, because for you to win health, for you to look fabulous, and for you to thrive, you must set goals, but goals that are attainable. You need to look at maybe your weight, maybe your blood sugar, blood pressure, assess your family history. What do you want to change? What do you want to change? And if you have it in mind, what your goals are going to be for the new year and what you want to change, then you will attain your goals. Your goals, have you heard of the SMART goals? Well, your goal should be specific. So I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to get off my medications for diabetes, or I want to reduce my blood sugar level, I want to reduce my insulin. But the goal should be specific. Your goal should be measurable. That means if it's weight loss, then you're going to say, okay, every week I want to lose 2 pounds. You should be able to measure. And then, of course, A means attainable. Don't set these goals that are unrealistic. They should be attainable. You know, sometimes patients may walk into my office and I say, okay, we're going to be working on your weight over the next several weeks now. What is your goal for your weight? And the patient might say, I want to lose 40 pounds. But they have to be attainable over the time. Goals should be relevant to your needs. If you're diabetic, then you set goals that are relevant to diabetes. If you have high blood pressure, you can set your goals relevant to your high blood pressure. And of course, T, these should be timeable. You should have a time limit. Okay, in 3 months, I need to lower my cholesterol. Or in 1 year, I need to lose 50 pounds. But the goal should be timeable. So SMART goals, write them down. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant to your needs, and timeable. So, what's your goal? I went out yesterday while I was at church, and I interviewed several people. I wanted to see what their goals for the new year would be. So this time, let us see if your goals are similar to these goals. I'm going to be running the video with the goals. Let's see. So we're at the end of 2017. As you move into 2018, what are your health goals? Any health goals?
Lose enough weight so my family can get off my back.
Ah, that's a good one. Anything else?
No.
So here we have Tony. It's the end of 2017 as we move into 2018. Do you have any specific health goals?
Oh, surely I do. This year, 2018, I want to live healthy by regularly exercising, putting on a good diet or eating good diet,
Very good.
so I can be in good shape.
Excellent. So
For the Lord.
eating healthy and exercising, that's your goal.
Definitely, because I know definitely you are by what you eat and drink.
Excellent.
So I do really want to be in good shape for the Lord.
Thank you, Tony.
My pleasure.
I have a family here, and as we move into... Estamos llegando al 2018. ¿Usted tiene algunas metas para la salud?
Sí, pensamos cuidarnos mejor como cualquier otras personas piensan que al principio del año uno empieza a cuidarse y después deja de cuidarse. Pues nuestra meta es no dejar de cuidarnos, seguir cuidándonos todo el año.
Pero ¿cómo va a cuidarse? ¿Cómo va a lograr esas metas? ¿Qué va a hacer?
Pues comer más saludable, comer menos carne, y comer vegetales y
Muy
cosas
bien.
que nos ayudan,
Granos.
granos y
Ejercicio.
hacer ejercicio principalmente.
Gracias por todo. So as we get into 2018, do you have any resolution for health?
Yes, actually, I would like to drop down to 2 meals a day
Wonderful.
and cut down a lot in my sugar.
Excelente.
I've done that before for a few weeks and it's done great results. And so I would like to keep that up, and I realize I don't really need it. I
Good.
feel better, and so those are my resolutions.
Thank you. So as we come to the beginning of 2018, do you have any health goals or New Year's resolution regarding your health?
Yes, I do. I just lost, starting last early August, I lost 85 pounds on a special weight loss program, and I want to maintain that weight loss. That's my resolution because it's so easy to gain weight. I'm trying to eat right. I have, a few dozen recipes with me in my camper that I'm going to try this winter, hopefully, and work those out. And they're very, very healthy recipes with healthy ingredients.
Good. I have to ask you a question for our listeners. How did you lose those pounds?
Well, I joined a program, I think it's Canadian, through a friend of mine that told me about it. It's called Ideal Healthy Weight Loss in my state of Connecticut. Here is it's on the internet called Ideal Protein. So following this program seriously is how I did it, because I tried all different things on my own. Nothing seemed to work.
What did you cut out of your diet?
I cut out all sugar.
Good. What else?
Basically all carbohydrates. And
You mean all starchy carbohydrate, but you had fruits and vegetables, right?
I was not allowed to eat any fruit whatsoever. I had a pear tree at home and never produced better, and I
good.
couldn't eat one pear. I canned them all.
Okay, that's not a good diet, though.
And the idea is my body went into ketosis, and that was the intent. And if your body's in ketosis, it goes out of ketosis if you eat sugars, including from pineapple or papaya or what have you.
Okay. So we wish you well, that you maintain your weight loss.
Thank you.
Thank you. As we end 2017, do you have any New Year's resolution for 2018?
Well, first of all, thank God for everything that we've had, and also my resolution is for me to keep losing weight. I've lost 50 pounds this past year, and I have to lose about 40 more.
Okay.
So that's my greatest goal.
How-
Thank God for all of that.
How did you lose those?
Well, I
50
stopped eating my tortillas that I make every day. And I eat a lot of cactus with a lot of beans. And stay away from fried foods. I only eat my tortillas on breakfast on Sunday.
Good. Did you exercise?
Actually, I can't walk that much. I only walk a little bit back and forth because my back is not very good.
Good. Well, I wish you luck for this year coming up, that you lose those 40 pounds.
Thank you very much, and I thank God that hopefully I will.
Good job. So as we end 2017, we approach 2018. Do you have New Year's resolution?
Yes, for this coming year, well, I have a better job, a better health, more stable with my family, and also one of the important things is to be closer to God.
Bravo, thank you. Right, so we're ending 2017.
Yes, we are.
What are your resolutions for 18? Do you have any?
Yes, I do. One of my resolutions is actually to stop eating meat and to lessen my intake of dairy products so that I can be a little healthier, and also to further my education.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we're ending 2017. As we approach 2018, do you have any resolutions?
Yes, I do.
What are they?
My major one is to pass my medical board exam this year. This
Good.
coming year.
This coming year.
Yes.
Are you studying hard?
Yes, I'm putting some hours.
All right, some hours. We're going to be talking about goals and how to achieve success.
Okay.
And I think you will learn a lot from the show today.
Okay, well,
See you around at 6. Well, as we end 2017, do you have any resolution for 2018?
Yes, I have made a few. I'd like to become closer to the Lord, and to do that, it means spending more time in reading and more time in prayer. That's probably my number one resolution, and to share that with others, to bring someone else closer to Jesus also is my goal. I also have room to improve in my health. Although I am a vegetarian, there's still room for improvement as far as sugar and exercise. A little less sugar and a little more exercise, I think, would be good for me.
Thank you so much, Will. I wish you luck. Thank you. Estamos acabando el año de 2017 y al entrar en 2018, ¿usted tiene algún metas?
Sí, mis metas para este 2018 primeramente es volver a tomar mi dieta vegetariana, porque ya la había dejado por varios años y mi resolución es volver a ser vegetariana. Y también quiero tener más consagración con Dios. Esa es una de mis metas, ¿verdad? Leer más mi Biblia y pedirle a Dios, ¿verdad?, que me muestre lo que Él quiere de mí y estar dispuesta a escuchar su voz y a seguir sus mandatos.
Muchas gracias. As we end 2017, we approach 2018. Do you have any goals or resolutions?
Yes, my goal is to be more closer to God and to be more healthy and to continue serving Him and continue having a good lifestyle.
Good.
Right now I decided to a completely plant-based diet, which helped me a lot on my sickness.
Good job. Good, good. Thank you so much. Donna here, and I'd like to know if you have any resolution for 2018. I have Donna here, and it's 2018 in a couple, 2 days. Do you have any resolution for this 2018?
Well, my resolutions have to do with health.
Health, okay.
Yeah,
What about
lower
health?
my cholesterol and get more exercise, less sugar.
That's right. Most people, health is the number one. Well, thank you, Donna, and I wish you a lot of luck.
Okay.
Well, as you can see, Facebook friends, most people had their resolutions surrounded with health. Those who wanted to change lifestyle, eating healthier, lose weight, Some people wanted various different things. What's your New Year's resolution and how can I help you? It has been great being with you for the last several months. I do hope you've learned, and I do hope you're ending the year a little healthier. But I'm here today to encourage you and to give you pointers in which you can use to sustain better health or achieve better health, to get off medication or decrease your medication. You know, food is seen as the #1 risk factor for chronic diseases. So therefore, my focus will be on food. What should you eat more of? I know it's very difficult to change culture. You know, you probably have been eating a certain way for many years, and now you're told that these type of food are probably not so healthy. So what should you eat? So that's going to be the focus of the show today. You know, one main reason why people do not attain their New Year's resolution is because of probably lack of time, lack of focus, lack of drive. So I want you, before we start thinking of how to stay healthy, think of your goals. How do you assess your health and what are your goals? When you attain the goals you want to achieve for this year, break up these goals into small mini goals. You need to take small steps towards the big picture. You do need to have a big picture, but you need to have small goals. And as you write those small goals, write them down, make them tangible, and then you seek help to attain these goals. So my role today is to show you how you can attain your healthcare goal. Now, if you notice here, I have a lot of foods that we're going to be discussing. Now, you already know that fresh vegetables and fruits are healthy. Okay, we have bananas here, which I want you to consume more of. We have berries. We have strawberries. I have blackberries. Why are these important? I have apples. Why are these important? Because in these food, these vegetables, you're going to be finding vitamins and phytochemicals such as flavonoids, lemonoids, pectin, all of which are important for cancer prevention. Did you know that vitamin A and E and C are relevant to protect you from cancer? So all of these vegetables, if you were to go around and you ask people, how many times a day do you consume vegetables and fruits? Many people might stop to think. You know, many times I'll ask my patients, how many times a day do you eat vegetables or fruits? And they're thinking, not knowing that for a healthy diet, 5 portions of fruits and 5 portions of vegetables should be in the diet. Not once a week, not twice a week, but at least 5 portions. And what is a portion, you may ask? You know, some people say, okay, use the palm of your hand for a portion. But if you have a banana, for example, that's about 12 inches long, then half of that banana is a portion. So if you were to consume the entire banana, then that is already a portion for the day. Now, if we have an apple, say this size, now half of this apple is a portion. So then consuming the entire apple, consuming a banana, consuming some berries, that's already 6 portions of fruits a day. So it's not very hard to increase your intake of fruits. Studies have shown that a diet that is lacking in fruits and vegetables will increase the risk for many diseases, including obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. So as you think about going into 2018, then let's rethink your diet. Let's rewire your brain to think, well, if food is a disease causing, then let me use food as medicine. Hippocrates, the father of medicine hundreds of years ago, said, let food be your medicine and medicine be food. If your disease is caused by the lack of fruits and vegetables, then the treatment then is fruits and vegetables, not medication. So what should you consume? We looked at some fruits and any types of fruits. Now, if you're diabetic, you might want to be very careful with fruits like pineapple, grapes, mango, watermelon. You eat less of these fruits. You should consume them, but less of. Watermelon, for example, is great for blood pressure. Actually, it has diuretic properties, so it will increase your need to urinate and therefore will lower your the volume of blood and will lower your blood pressure. So remember that all of these fruits and vegetables have various qualities. Now, let's look at things like citrus, orange, lemon, grapefruit. These are healthy, packed with vitamin C. Vitamin C will increase your immune system. Vitamin C is also important to prevent cancer. Now, many years ago, when Christopher Columbus and his men went to the New World, many people died from diseases caused from vitamin deficiency. Scurvy was one of them. Scurvy is a lack of vitamin C. Many people died. Vitamin C is important for many things, for healing the wounds, for teeth and dental health. So if patients died as a result of the lack of vitamin C, then vitamin C can prevent death. So eating the right food will indeed prevent death and diseases. Now let's look at, I don't have green leafy vegetables here, but kale. You must have heard about kale and broccoli and lettuce. We can probably pull these on the screen because these vegetables are packed with phytonutrients such as antioxidant, carotenoids, beta-carotene, procarotenoids. These are very important to prevent many diseases such as cancer. The other thing is that these green vegetables, the broccoli and the lettuce and the cauliflower, they are packed with nutrients, but they're poor in calories. So if you're thinking of losing weight, then these are some of the food that you should consume. If you're diabetic, then these are some of the food you should consume as well. Now, in my book here, 14 Days to Amazing Health, I have a chapter on the food that you should eat if you are diabetic. Let me find that. I'm going to list some foods that are low in glycemic index, meaning therefore they will not raise your blood sugar rapidly. They're low in glycemic load. For example, I have kale, I have cabbage, broccoli, tomato, soybean, lettuce, eggplant, cauliflower, cherries, different berries, peach, kiwi. These are all very important if you're diabetic or if you want to lose weight. Now, the book is available at my website online. So if you want resources on how to stay healthy, this is one of them. All right, let's continue with the vegetables and foods I have here. So remember that green leafy vegetables are low in calories, but are packed with phytonutrients to help you lose weight, help decrease your blood sugar. They're packed with fiber to help you lower your cholesterol and of course keep you full longer, and therefore you will not want to eat in between meals, and therefore you will lose weight. All right, what else do I have? Let's look at beans. Now, beans are good for you. Beans are high in fiber. Beans are high in protein and other nutrients, phytates, phytic acid. These are important to prevent cancer. So any beans, I have various colored beans. If you were to come to my home, you'll find various types of beans and legumes there because the beans and legumes are known as the poor man's protein. So rather than having, red meats and processed meats, which are sometimes cancer causing, you can have beans and all of these vegetables here. All right, what else do I have? I have here chickpea. You know, chickpea has become very, very prominent because we use chickpea in so many different recipes. Chickpea can be used to make hummus. If you need the recipe, then you can find it in my book, this book, 14 Days to Amazing Health, or even my cookbook, Incredibly Delicious Vegan. Or you can find free recipes on my website, www.drdonnacooper.com. Many different recipes are there. Now, what about grains? You have heard many different information on grains. What grains to eat, when to eat grains, why not to eat grains. But are grains important in your diet? Indeed, grains are important. But we need to think about whole grains, grains that are unprocessed. Processing the grain will remove the outer layer of the grain. The outer layer is where you find protein, fiber, and nutrients. Let's look at some grains. All right, I'm sure you must have heard about quinoa. Quinoa is a whole grain, high in good carbs, high in protein. As a matter of fact, one serving of cooked quinoa will provide about 6 grams of protein. Then we have whole grain pasta. Whole grain pasta is healthy because remember, this is packed with fiber. We have brown rice. Brown rice is also healthy. Half a cup of cooked brown rice will give you about 3 to 4 grams of protein. How much protein do you need in your diet per day, for example? Well, you need 0.8 grams per kilogram. So a regular normal-sized adult just needs 60 grams of protein. You know, most patients or people, when they think of changing to a plant-based diet, they think, okay, I'm not going to have enough protein. But indeed, you will have enough protein because you'll have protein in the whole grains, in the vegetables, in the fruits, in the nuts, just about everything you consume, you have some amount of protein. All right. Now, let's look at tofu. Tofu here. Tofu is made from soybeans. This is high in protein. Tofu can be used in several different recipes. And for more information how to use tofu, you can find it online, or you can obtain that in one of my books. So tofu is a very good source of good quality protein. Now, you have heard a lot about oils. What oil to use, how much oil to use. What do you think about oils? Let me discuss a little bit about oil. Now, I know a lot of people like to use olive oil. Yes, this can be used, but we need to remember that oils are refined foods. Oils are packed with calories. Just 1 tablespoon of oil will give 105 grams of calorie. So if you're trying to lose weight, then you must be careful with the amount of oil that you use. All right. Now, there are a lot of information online about coconut oil. And I'm sure you have questions. I will be checking just now to see the questions you're putting on the screen. Coconut oil. Yes, it's plant-based, but coconut oil has saturated fat. The oil will become solid at room temperature. So you must be careful with the coconut oil. If you have to use some oil, then use a very small amount of oil because oil will allow you to gain weight and oil can cause inflammation in the body. Now you might be asking, so where do I get my fat from? Well, let's see if I have fat here, good fats. Okay, so from nuts and from seeds, from avocado, you can have enough oil, from olives as well. So The good oils that you need to think about, that's the omega-3 fatty acid that you'll obtain from seeds and nuts, from chia seed, from flax seed, from almond nuts. Great source of good oil. Omega-6s, you can get that from vegetable oils. But we need to have a balance between omega-6 and omega-3. We tend to overconsume vegetable oil, and we have a high concentration of omega-6 and then a lower concentration of omega-3. So you need to make sure that you're consuming enough of these nuts and seeds. Let's talk a little bit about nuts. Now, nuts, though they contain a good amount of good fats, lots of fiber, nuts are high in calories. So if you're trying to lose weight, then you have to be very careful about the amount of nuts that you consume. How much nuts should you consume daily, you might be wondering. Well, just a handful of nut is enough for the day. So you have to be careful of the amount. You need to be moderate. Over-consuming any good thing could lead to problems. Now, sugar. You might be wondering, how much sugar should I eat? What sugar should I avoid? I have a video on sugar. Let's look at the video and I'll be right back to discuss more on healthy nutrition. Welcome back to Get Health with Dr. Cooper. In my studio today, I have something sweet for you. And if you're parents, pay special attention. And if you're young children, listen carefully, because the incidence of diabetes and obesity is on the rise. Why? Because of our diet. So today I'm going to be showing you the amount of sugar you're consuming in your liquids. Let's start with soda. A soda bottle this size has 58 grams of sugar, which amounts to about 13 cubes of sugar. That is a lot. And if you were to do 2 of this per day, then you're having, double the amount of sugar you're looking at right now. This is dangerous. It gives diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, cancer, obesity. So we need to stay away from that. What about this? You might have this in your pantry right now, this juice. This has 30 grams of sugar. That amounts to that amount of cubes of sugar in just 1 glass. So you have to be very careful with these concentrated juices. This small bottle here, it has 28 grams of sugar. That amounts to about 8 cubes, 7-8 cubes of sugar. This also is dangerous for your health. So what should you drink then? Well, the best thing to drink is water. But before we go there, you might say, I can't have water every day. What else can I drink? So we have some natural water for you. This is coconut water. This has 15 grams of sugar. That amounts to about 4 teaspoons or 4 cubes of sugar. So this is okay to drink, but actually water is the best for your health. So let's review again. 58 grams, 13 cubes of sugar, 30 grams, lots of sugar, 28 grams, 7 teaspoons of sugar, and 15 grams, 4 teaspoons of sugar. If you want to stay healthy, then choose healthy alternative, water, infused water, or just pure water. You know, I like to put lemon in my water to change the flavor, and that is so refreshing and delicious. So do not drink your calories, eat your calories. And if you want to stay healthy, then throw these away and choose healthy alternative. I will see you again next time, same place. And if you want to learn to live a healthy lifestyle, then go to my website, gethealthywithdrcooper.com or cooperwellnesscenter.tv. I'll see you again in another episode. That was on sugar. Sugar can be dangerous to health. I mean, we know that we have to limit the amount of sugar that we consume, but you find sugar in just about everything. So you must read the label carefully. Before we continue, let me take the time to welcome my friends on Facebook. I have Clinton Boxhill, welcome from New York. Maria Garcia, welcome. Janae Williams, welcome. Mercedes Salazar, Gloria Stewart, Robert Cano, Megali, Ms. Delgado. We want to welcome. And if you have questions, please place your questions there. If you have questions what to eat, what not to eat, the amount of calories, the amount of fiber, please do ask the question and I'll try to answer them. All right? So let us review. For you to be healthy, you need to consume higher amount of fruits and vegetables and lower the amount of fats or animal-based products. Remember that citrus fruits are packed with vitamins such as C, flavonoids, lemonoids, pectin. These are all anti-cancer chemicals. Plums and apple are good for colon cancer. Pineapples are good for stomach cancer. Things like berries are wonderful for any form of cancer and to protect the heart. Now, the whole grains are filled with phytates, phytic acid, which are also anti-cancerous. These whole grains are also high in fiber. Fiber is important for various reasons. Fiber keeps you fuller longer and therefore decrease the need for consuming more food. Fiber also helps to eliminate cholesterol. Fiber also is important to stabilize the blood sugar. So you only find fiber in plants, plant-based products, not in meats and non-plant-based products. So fiber is very important. And as we continue, remember to put your questions there. Now, apart from eating healthy, what are other pearls that you need to do to think about this year, this coming year, as you move on to be fabulous, healthy, and to thrive? What should you do? Well, you need to keep your body in motion. Your body was created to move. Now, many studies have shown that inactivity will increase the risk for many diseases. Heart disease, hypertension, obesity, so many diseases. It is recommended that you should not sit longer than 3 hours. If you're in a job in which you're sedentary, then you need to find various means of getting up and moving. If you drive to work every day, then park your car far away or use the stairs. You need to move. Keep the body in motion will increase circulation to the brain. You'll have oxygenation to the cells. You'll think clearer. You will be more productive. Movement also will increase the work of the insulin, increases insulin sensitivity, and therefore will lower your blood sugar. Increased activity will burn extra calories and will promote weight loss. Increased activity also increases good hormones, endorphins, and will promote better mood and decrease depression. So movement, exercise is indeed medicine. What else do I want you to do this year? I want you to manage your stress well. How can you manage your stress? What can you do? Most people, especially in this country of the United States, live a very stressful life. You get up, you rush to work, you're busy, you rush home, take care of the children or the family, and no time for yourself. So how do you lower your stress? All right, so I'm going to give you some methods. Write them down because you need to use them this year to be fabulous, to be healthy, and to thrive. Number one, take time to detach and unwind. When you get home from work, take time to sit and relax. You need to detach and unwind. Clear your brain. Number two, take time to meditate. Studies have shown that people who meditate live longer. People who meditate, people who pray, tend to have a bigger, larger frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is the area of intelligence, the area of your thought. So if you pray and if you meditate, studies have shown that you will live longer, you'll have less stress. What about forgiveness? Take time to forgive those who have wronged you. Maybe 2017, you had a lot of problems and you're thinking about them. But this will lead to increased blood sugar level, increased blood pressure, and cardiac disease. Because with the stress and the anger, this will increase your adrenaline and cortisol. And these are hormones that will increase blood pressure and have adverse problem on your health. What about daily devotion? I like to get up early in the morning and have my personal devotion that will set the stage for your activity, your mood for the day. So, and in the evening, take time to pray and relax so you can have wonderful sleep. What about connecting with your family? Family connectedness is important for good health. You need to connect with your friends and your relative on a regular basis. This is shown to prolong life to about 10 years. Studies have shown that people who have close family togetherness can outlive those that do not have close family togetherness about 10 years. What about water? Water is indeed medicine. I'm sure you've heard about drink 8 glasses of water a day, 13 glasses of water, depending on your situation, depending on your size, depending on whether it's hot or cold, depending on whether or not you have a good cardiac function or renal function. But water is medicine. And most of us live dehydrated. Water will decrease your risk of heart disease. Water decreases the risk of venous blood clot formation. You see, when you consume enough water, then the blood is more fluid, more liquid, and the blood becomes thinner, the cells move faster, the clotting factors are diluted, so therefore the cells, the red cells, won't clung together and produce clot. So water is important. Water will also decrease your risk for renal stone. You know, many times I'll tell my patients that when a patient has kidney stone and get to the hospital with a severe pain, how do we treat the pain? One of the treatment modality is to give fluid, give IV fluid to flush the stones out. So water is indeed medicine. So if you want to live longer, to thrive, to be healthy, to be fabulous this year, then drink enough water. And make sure that when you get up in the morning, you drink 2 glasses of water. You know, some people think, how can I get 8 glasses of water in for the day? But one of the ways, early morning 2 glasses, later in the morning another 2, then after in the early afternoon 2, and then in the evening 2. Now, if you want to lose weight, then it's recommended to drink water, at least a glass, 20 minutes or an hour before your meal. What will that do? That will partially fill your stomach. So therefore you will not overeat. So water is important for good health. What about rest? Rest, restoration, and rejuvenation. You need to obtain enough sleep per night. 7, 8, 9, depending on your age. You know, during the time of rest, the body takes that time to repair itself, to rejuvenate, to heal. Now, if you do not rest, then one of the problems you will encounter is decreased immune system, increased blood sugar level, and increased blood pressure. You see, there are some hormones in your body that are regulated during the hour of sleep. And if you do not get enough rest, then you will lack that regulation. Studies have shown that people that sleep less than 5 hours per night tend to be overweight. The hormone that regulates the consumption of food will be higher, and those people want to eat more, eating more, and therefore gaining weight. So you need to ensure that you're resting at night. What about fostering healthy environment? You need to spend time in the sun. Get enough vitamin D, get enough sunlight will improve mood, decrease osteoporosis and weak bone. So exposure to the sun, not too much, is important. And then spiritual renewal. Spiritual renewal is absolutely necessary. Studies have shown that those people that have, that worship, that have a church community, tend to live longer, have less stress, manage your stress better. So I advise you to combine these pearls. 1, healthy nutrition. 2, daily exercise. 3, get enough sleep, manage your stress well, spend time with your family and friends, drink enough water, spend time outdoors, and think about your Creator. And I'm sure that this year will be splendid for you. Now, I'm going to go back here to this book. In this book, 14 Days to Amazing Health, you'll find a step-by-step approach to attaining optimal health. And as you consider your health goals for 2018, then make this one of your resources. In this book, you have various health information on what fat is healthier for you, what fruits and vegetables should you consume. You have, I have here, ways to meditate and relax, how to forgive. I have here also an exercise program that you can follow. Lower level, intermediate level, basic level, intermediate, and advanced. I also have recipes. Over 100 healthy, delicious, plant-based recipe for you to follow. So this will guide you on your way to being fabulous, being healthy, and to thrive. Now let's look at some of the foods that maybe you should stay away from during this year. Now remember that a diet high in saturated fat could be dangerous for your health. Where do you find a diet that is high in saturated fat? Well, animal-based diet, meats, eggs, and cheese. If you're a person that cannot get off these products, then decrease them. Maybe two days a week, probably. But you need to ensure that you're increasing the good foods, and that's the plant-based food. Now, there's some food that you should actually stay away from 100%. And those foods are processed meats. Remember that processed meats may contain nitrites, and these are chemicals that are precancerous. Processed meat will have a high concentration of salt. Salt will increase your risk for hypertension. That will increase your risk for cardiovascular disease. Now, if you have questions, please write them. I'm going to take a look and welcome some more people and see if we have more questions. I know that Donnell is watching. I want to welcome Freddie Peralta, Harold Signet, welcome. Laura Solis, welcome. Robert Perla, Yvonne, Rosalinda, all of you, I welcome you. And we're discussing how you can attain your healthcare goals for this New Year's. How you can become fabulous, healthy, and thrive. First, we look at establishing goals. Goals are important to have. Someone said that he who does not plan already fail. So you need to have your plan. And don't set these goals that are unrealistic. Set goals that are smart, remember, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timeable. And John Lee Dumas, he said, in order for you to succeed, you must focus. And he gave an acronym for focus. 1, F, follow. O, on. F-O, course. Follow one course until success. You have to stay focused. And remember that I mentioned earlier on that most people fail to attain their New Year's resolution. Why do they fail? Some say lack of time and lack of focus. It is not very difficult. It is not impossible. Everything is possible if you believe it. You need to rewire your brain and realize that health is important. Health is indeed wealth. And if you want to attain health, then you must work hard. You must put out some effort. Working hard may mean rewiring your brain to thinking that, indeed, plant-based diet is important. I need to consume more fruits and vegetables. I need to consume fruits and vegetables of different colors so I can obtain all the nutrients and all the vitamins that are there. That's one thing. You have to plan. You must plan your meals. Do food preps. Some people don't like to do food prep, but if you don't prepare your food and have your meal plan, then what will happen? Then you're going to be grabbing onto, reaching out to the food that is unhealthy. So as you go into 2018, make sure you plan your meal. And number 2, remember to drink plenty of water, remember to exercise, and remember not to eat past 5 o'clock daily. You know, I had a patient who came to my office and she said to me, "Hey, Dr. Cooper, I lost 20 pounds. I said, "How did you do that?" "Well, you know, I continue to eat the same food. However, I don't eat supper anymore. I eat my last meal at about 2 o'clock. And that is how I lost the weight." Remember, most people tend to consume a large meal in the evenings. 6 o'clock, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now remember that in the night, you're going to rest. Your body will not use those calories that you're consuming. So those extra calories will be converted into adipose tissue, fat tissue. So you need to keep in mind that your last meal should be about 5 hours prior to your bedtime. And if you're tempted and you were to eat late, I always suggest just walk. Go and walk for half an hour and try to burn up those extra calories. All right? And remember, you need to eat a large breakfast. Don't skip your breakfast. Some people think, okay, I'm going to skip breakfast. I'm just going to have maybe coffee and cookies, but that's bad. Eat a healthy breakfast. It is said that you should eat like a king or a queen in the morning, like a prince or princess at noon, and like a pauper at night. If you were to do that, yeah, you're going to lose weight. So think about that. All right? Let's see if I have any question from anyone watching. Let's see. Happy New Year. Thank you. Let's see here. I want to welcome Curtis Brook, Rose Deniser, Roland Marroquin, Yvonne Alanis, Mitch, welcome. Guys, ask me some questions because I'm going to be finishing pretty soon. All right? Now, there's some things you should stay away from, apart from red meat and eggs and cheese and so forth. Alcohol. I know that there are many people who think, okay, I can drink some alcohol, I should just be moderate. But what is moderate? Alcohol can increase the risk for many diseases. One, breast cancer. Consuming 3 drinks per week or more will increase a woman's risk by 15% for breast cancer. Alcohol increases the risk for gastritis, simple gastritis. Alcohol increases the risk for liver cirrhosis. Many people know that. And then liver cirrhosis can lead to cancer, liver cancer. So alcohol should be avoided. And then, of course, we know about tobacco smoking. Tobacco smoking is dangerous for health. Tobacco smoking can increase the risk for many different cancers. We know about the lungs, but also bladder cancer. Chronic lung disease can be a problem with tobacco smoking. So tobacco smoking should be eliminated. It is not very difficult. The first thing, you have to think it. You should first believe, change, and live. I'll give you a story. So this young man walked into my office one day. He's a drug rep. And he said to me, "Hey, Dr. Cooper, I lost 35 pounds. I said, "Hey, how did you lose those weight?" He said, "Well, I picked up one of your magazine, and that's where it began. And my 3-year-old daughter is now asking for kale smoothie." Interesting. Just reading about health and nutrition, he lost 35 pounds. A couple of weeks later, he came back, several weeks later, and he said, "Hey, Dr. Cooper, I'm down to 50 pounds. I said, "My goodness." Now, he didn't have to sit and listen to a lecture from me or anything. He said, just reading. He purposed in his mind that he was going to become healthy. And then just reading the articles in the magazine kicked him off into good health. And then he started to model the good health at home that his daughter, 3 years old, now was consuming kale. There's so many young people nowadays, children, 14, 16, 17, that are having diabetes and hypertension. I had a 14-year-old child came to my office. Of course, I'm a board-certified internal medicine doctor. I see more adults. Anyway, this mother brought this child to me. The child was on several drugs for diabetes and hypertension. This really got me to my heart, and I sat and I counseled them. I said, I don't feel comfortable giving this child all these drugs. The child was obviously obese, overweight. I discussed with the mother. I said, the problem is the weight. The problem is the food. The problem is a lack of activity. Parents, we need to model health to our children. I know some children can be difficult, but you model the health, they're going to think it, and later on they probably will practice it. Children are spending so much time at the television or at a screen, whether it's an iPad, whether it's a telephone, whether it's games. They're not moving. A child needs to have 1 hour of physical activity every day. Many of our schools do not include physical activity anymore. And that's the reason we have a surge of obesity, of diabetes in our world today. It is believed that if this trend continues, our children are going to be living a short lifespan. So parents, for 2018, let us model health. Make sure you have a huge salad, different vegetables of different color on your table at mealtime. And at breakfast time, a huge bowl of fruits. Teach the kids how to consume fruits and vegetables. Remember that studies have shown that the poor or the lack of consumption of fruits and vegetables increase the risk for disease and cancer. So if we want to have healthy children, healthy homes, healthy communities, then we need to find a way in which we encourage everyone from our home to work to consume more plant-based whole food daily. And for those who cannot stop the animal product, then just decrease. Decrease the amount of animal product and increase the amount of the good food, the living food. You know, I always tell my patients, I said, listen, if you want to stay alive, then eat the live food. Because what? If you were to plant a grain of corn or a grain of peas, you know it's going to grow. If you put some carrot in the ground, maybe it will grow. So that will give life. But the animal-based food, leave it that too long, you will have a problem. So remember, the consumption of more fruits and vegetables will increase your health. So parents, let us model health and wellness at home. Let us ask our kids to move. Kids are sitting 11 or so hours a day. If we get them to move, we're going to allow them to be healthier. They're going to be more intelligent. The studies show that the schools that have physical education as part of the curriculum, these kids tend to perform better on examination. Because remember that physical exercise oxygenates the brain. There is more blood flow going to the brain during physical activity, and therefore more blood, more oxygen. The brain cells are healthier, and then the children will think clearer and of course perform better. You should allow your kids to sleep more at night. Some kids are staying up very late doing various things. Let's encourage them to go to sleep at night. My role here as a responsible physician is not only to prescribe drugs. I do prescribe drugs, but my role is to educate, empower, and inspire. And I'm using this platform to do so. Many of you watching are probably not even in my local area, but the information needs to be there. There's so many of us physicians who don't have the time to sit and educate. But if you continue to watch this program, share the program, take notes, and most importantly, practice. Practice what you've heard and become a role model. Practice, you will have the experience, you will lose weight, you will become healthier, and then you share. And if you want more information on how to become a health coach, then you can find that on my site. You can go to drdonnacooper.com and you will have a link to my health coaching site. If you just plainly want to learn how to live healthier, how to transform your health into a healthier you 2018, you can find it there too. I have a course, Transformation to a Healthier You, or 14 Days to Amazing Health. These are simple courses that will take you step by step from where you are now to becoming healthier, becoming fabulous, and to thrive in 2018. Before I wrap up, let's see if I have any question. Is alkaline water better than regular water? That is coming from Curtis Brooks. Okay, Curtis. So our bodies are basically alkaline. So therefore, we should consume water or foods that are closer to our body pH, and that will be healthier for us. You know, many times when our bodies are in stress, patient comes in, patient is very sick. One of the ways we can know that is look at the acidity. Patient is very acidic, we know patient is in danger. So the closer to being alkaline, then the better it is. All right, anything else? Let's see. Guys, you need to ask me a question. If you really want to be fabulous, healthy, and thrive, then ask question. But as we close, remember, the important pearls, that in anything you do in life, if you're going to be successful, you need to have a successful lifestyle. One, you need to set clear, specific goals. Two, you need to break those goals into mini goals. These goals should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timeable. You need to stay focused on the path. So you follow one course until you're successful. Don't deviate. That's one. Number two, healthy nutrition is important. Adding exercise, 30 to 45 minutes, 1 hour a day for adults, 1 full hour for children. Keep your body in motion. Next, get enough rest. You can only restore, repair, and prevent diseases if you rest. Number three, get enough exposure to fresh air and sunlight, because sunlight can decrease your blood pressure, elevate your mood. If you want more information, more detail, I have all of these in my book, 14 Days to Amazing Health. You can get this on my site. You need to manage your stress well. You need to forgive. You need to love. You need to be compassionate. These are healthy. And of course, you need to spend time in meditation. You need to avoid everything that's bad for your health. What are the bad things? Tobacco, alcohol, caffeinated drink. All of these are bad for you. And I will assure you that if you follow this path, and remember, parents, you need to model health. Put the fruits and vegetables on your table. Put the water, not the sodas, not the juices. Put the water on the table. And I can assure you, your kids will be healthier. It's time for us to get healthier kids. And of course, most importantly, you need to trust God, because He is actually the great healer. He's the great maker. He is compassionate. He will give you the strength to stay focused, to stay on one course until you're successful. If you don't have a church community, find one. Find one. If you're depressed and you're feeling down, then go out and help somebody. This is the new year. You have the opportunity to be better in 2018 than 2017. Go for it. Hold on to hope. Take a chance and follow one path until you're successful. And I will be here to guide you along if you need my help. I have several health resources, whether books, magazine, Bible study guides, online courses. Find everything on my website, DRDONACOOPER, should be on the screen, .com. And I'll be there to guide you. If you're listening to me from outside of the United States or outside of my local area in South Texas, you can get a hold of me by going online. Guys, I wish you a wonderful new year, abundant health for the new year. I want you to be fabulous. I want you to be healthy, and I want you to thrive in everything you do this coming year. Keep following me, and if you like this video, please share it so more people can learn how to be healthy, fabulous, and how to thrive. And I'll see you sometime soon. Have a wonderful new year. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.